Hi viewers, so welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to discuss chapter 2 of 8th class APTS and NCERT board, so which is nothing but linear equation in one variable. So already in your 7th class you have learnt about simple equations, right? So in that particular chapter, so we have discussed how to transpose and how to simplify the equations, right? So in this particular chapter we are going to learn about linear equations in one variable. So what is the importance of this chapter? So this chapter is mainly intended to find out the unknown value using the mathematical expressions, right? So first of all we are going to discuss about linear equations. So linear equation means nothing but an equation of the form ax plus b is equal to 0 where a is not equal to 0. So if you are having any equation of this form, then we call this equation as linear equation, since this equation contains one variable. So here x is nothing but the variable I have considered. So we have different types of variables like x, y, z, likewise. So we have different types of variables, so which we are using in mathematics to represent the unknowns, right? So ax plus b is equal to 0 is nothing but the general representation of a linear equation. Here the condition is following. What is the condition? A is not equal to 0. So that is nothing but the coefficient of x is not equal to 0. Why? Because if coefficient of x becomes 0, then this particular term will not appear. So in this particular ax plus b is equal to 0, here x is having power 1. So whenever an expression is having the degree 1, we call such equation as linear equation. So here this particular equation, so linear equation in one variable, so it will have a unique solution. So if you want to find the solution of this particular expression, so ax plus b is equal to 0. So for this what we are going to do? So we need to transpose this b, then what I am going to get? So ax is equal to minus b. So regarding these transpositions we are going to discuss in the next, right? So from this what we are going to get? X is equal to minus b by a. So this is nothing but the value of x for this particular equation, right? So here x is nothing but the unknown which we have found. Now let us see some equations. Can we guess whether they are linear equation in one variable or not, right? Let us see them. Now which of the following are linear equations? So you need to say which of the following are linear equations and which are not. And one more thing, so we need to see whether they are having one variable or more than one variable, right? So if you see this first question, so here x is nothing but the variable. So x is variable and its degree is 1. So hence what we can say? It is nothing but a linear equation, right? Next, 4x minus 5y. So here x is a variable as well as y is a variable. So here how many variables are there? So we are having two variables. So we can't say that it is a linear equation in one variable, but we can say that it is a linear equation because we are having x power 1 and y power 1. So both are having the degrees as 1, hence we can say that it is a linear equation, but we can't say that it is linear equation in one variable. Next, if you observe, here the degree is 2 and here also x power 1 y power 1, so which makes the power of this particular term as 2, and here also we are having power as 2. So hence the degree of this particular equation is 2, hence it is not a linear equation. So it is not a linear equation. So what he is asking? Say he is asking linear equation, but he did not mention whether it is in one variable or two variables, right here. So if you observe this particular thing, so x power 1 y power 1, here y power 1, z power 1, z power 1, x power 1. So what is the power of this particular term? 2. Likewise for this also 2, for this also 2. Hence the degree of this particular equation is 2. So that's why it is not a linear equation. Next, what about this? So here x power 1, y power 1. What is the highest power here? So highest power is 1, which is nothing but degree of this particular linear equation is 1. Hence it is a linear equation. So what about this? So this is also a linear equation because x power 1, y power 1. Next, what about this? 7p plus 6q plus 13s is equal to 11. So if you observe p power, it is nothing but 1, q power nothing but 1, s power 1. Here we are having 3 variables, but all the variables are having powers 1s and they are 3 terms. So hence what we can say, this is a linear equation but it is in 3 variables, right? So from this we can clearly understand that whenever you are having degree as 1, then we say that it is a linear equation. So if you are having only one variable, then we say it as linear equation in one variable. So only this first one is satisfying linear equation in one variable, whereas second one, fifth one, sixth one and this seventh one, so they are linear equations but not in one variables. Okay, I hope you have understood, right? Next we shall see the basics related to this particular linear equation in one variable. So what are the basics that we need to remember? So let us see them. See, so these are nothing but the note points, so which we need to know. So the main thing that is followed in this particular linear equation in one variable is the transposition. So whenever the terms are transposed, since it is an equation, right? So whenever you are having equation, so you will have equality symbol. So to the left hand side of this equality we call it as LHS, to the right side of this equality sign we call that as RHS. So on left hand side we are having some terms and as well as on right hand side we are having some terms. So whenever you are having the transposition, so transposition means moving the terms from one side to the other side. So whenever you are doing such a transpositions, so we have some changes in the quantities. So let us see those changes. So whenever you are having plus quantity, so if you are having a plus quantity on left hand side, when it is transposed it becomes negative quantity. The same way negative quantity becomes positive quantity, into becomes divided by, and divided by becomes into. So these 4 transpositions you need to remember, so which will be helpful in solving any equation, right? So whether it is one variable or two variable, so whatever it is, so it will be helpful in your upcoming mathematics problem solving as well as physics and chemistry, right? So whenever you are having equations, so you need to make use of these particular transpositions. So you need to remember this, right? Next, coming to the problems. So already in your 7th class you have learnt about simple equations. Now let us see, recall them. So this is nothing but exercise 2.1. So we are going to simplify each and every question one by one, right? Now I will tell how to simplify each and every question in a simple way, right? So if you observe the first question, 6m is equal to 12. So 6m is equal to 12. So while reading the question itself you need to understand how to read it. So everything lies within the reading, right? 6m means nothing but 6 into m. It is nothing but 6 into m is equal to 12. So clearly here m is nothing but the unknown which we need to find out, right? Now this unknown is being multiplied with 6, right? Since I need to find out this unknown, so I need to transpose this 6. So how this 6 is with m? So it is in multiplication form, right? So 6 into m. So what we have learned in the note points, so whenever you are having into, when it is transposed it becomes divided by. So from this what I can say, m is equal to 12 divided by 6. 12 divided by 6. So in 6 table I can cancel it one time and I can cancel this two times. So what is the value of m? So m is equal to 2 divided by 1. So what is the value of 2 divided by 1? 2 divided by 1 is nothing but 2. So the value of m is 2 here. So likewise, if you go with the second question, so how can we write it as 14 into p? Understood? So 14p is nothing but 14 into p. So 14 into p is equal to minus 42. So from this p is equal to, so already we have discussed it is in the form of into. So when we transpose it becomes divided by. So already minus 42 is on right hand side divided by 14. So from this what I am going to get? So p is equal to, so in 14 table 42 3 times, so p is equal to minus 3. So the value of p is minus 3, right? So these are nothing but the simple equations which we are solving now. These are nothing but the basics. So if you are good at basics, then obviously you are going to do anything simply, right? Next, what about this? Minus 5y is equal to 30. So how can I write it as minus 5 into y is equal to 30. Now you might be wondering that it is minus 5. So if minus 5 is transposed, then it becomes plus 5. So that is wrong, because here minus 5 is being multiplied with the unknown y. So that we need to see. So this particular constant minus 5 is being multiplied with y. So we need to transpose this minus 5 as division, because it is in multiplication form. So from this y is equal to 30 divided by minus 5. So 30 divided by minus 5 is nothing but minus 6. So in 5 table 30 6 times. So from this y is equal to minus 6. So answer is y is equal to minus 6. Next, coming to the next question. So minus 2 into x is equal to minus 12. So from this x is equal to, so already we know that it is in multiplication form. So when you transpose it becomes divided by. So x is equal to minus 12 divided by minus 2. So since both are having the minus signs, we can cancel them. In 2 table 12. So we will get 6 times. So x is equal to 6. So the value of x is 6, right? Now one more question. So will you try this? So let us see this. 34x is equal to minus 51. So how can I read it as? So 34 into x is equal to minus 51. So from this x is equal to minus 51 divided by 34. So in which table can we cancel these two? So if you observe the numerator and denominator, so this can be cancelled in 17 table. So 17 2s are 34, 17 3s are 51. So from this what is the answer? So minus 3 divided by 2. So always you need to represent minus in the to the numerator term, or you can simply keep beside this separator, right? Next, question number 6. So this particular problem we can do it in two ways, right? So if you observe this, so I can write it as n into 1 by 7. Can I write it as n into 1 by 7? So which is nothing but minus 3. Now n is equal to, so if I transpose this 1 by 7 to the other side, when I transpose this 1 by 7 to the other side, it becomes reciprocal. So reciprocal means numerator becomes denominator and denominator becomes numerator. So this is nothing but 7 by 1. So minus 3. So if there is nothing, then 1 is present in the denominator. So from this clearly, whenever you are having multiplication of fractions, then numerator should be multiplied with numerator and denominator should be multiplied with the denominator. So from this the value of n is equal to, so minus 3 into 7 is minus 21 divided by 1, which is nothing but minus 21. So n is equal to minus 21. So there is one more approach, so for this particular thing, so this is one approach, so which we have done, and there is one more approach. What we can do is, so already what is given, so n by 7 is equal to minus 3, no, so it is in division form, right? So if you are having in division form, so we can directly cross multiply, then what I am going to get, so n is equal to minus 3 into 7, so which is nothing but minus 21. So in both the cases you are going to get the same answer, right? So the value of n is minus 21. Next, 2x by 3 is equal to 18. So we need to find out the value of 2x by 3 is equal to 18. So this can be done in two ways. So the first way is nothing but, so writing it as 2 by 3 into x is equal to 18. So we can write it as 2 by 3 into x is equal to 18, right? Now since it is in fraction form, right, and that too it is being multiplied, so when you transpose it becomes reciprocal. So just now we have discussed, so 18, so into 2 by 3, if I transpose it becomes into 3 by 2, that is nothing but getting reciprocated. So from this what I am going to get, so x is equal to, so this 2 in 18 I can cancel 9 times. So the cancellation is possible for the terms which are present in numerators and the denominators, right? So only cancellation is possible, a term which present in numerator with a term present in denominator. So we should not cancel the terms which are present in numerators or which are present in denominators, right? Now from this what I can say, 9 3s are 27, 27 divided by 1, which is nothing but 27. So this is nothing but the value of x. So this is one approach. So there is one more approach for this. So if you want to do, you can do like this. Otherwise what I am going to do is, so what is given, 2x by 3 is equal to 18. So what I am going to do is, I am going to transpose this 3. So since it is in denominator, I can directly cross multiply. So 2x is equal to 18 into 3, so which is nothing but 18 3s are 54. So 2x is equal to 54. Next, this is nothing but the condition which we have already done for the starting questions, right? So x is equal to, what I am going to get, 54 divided by 2. So 54 in 2 table, it get cancelled 27 times. So the answer is 27. In both the cases you are going to get the same answer. So whatever the approach that we have, so we are going to get the same answer, right? Now the model has changed a little. Now let us see. So whenever you want to find out the unknown variable, so what we need to do is, other than the variable, if you are having any additional terms in the sense, so you will be getting those terms by either addition or subtraction. So first of all we need to transpose those terms. So other than the terms which are associated with the variable, those terms we need to transpose first. So that means I can write it as 3x is equal to, so this plus 1 I need to transpose first. So this becomes 16 minus 1. So 3x is equal to, what is the value of 16 minus 1? It is nothing but 15. Now we are getting the same model which we have done earlier. So x is equal to 15 divided by 3, because 3x means 3 into x. So this get cancelled 5 times. So from this x is equal to 5. So the answer of this particular question is 5, right? Now let us see one more question. So 3p minus 7 is equal to 0. So 3p minus 7 is equal to 0 means, so 3p is equal to, so since here the variable is p, so we need to transpose those terms which are away from this particular variable. So minus 7, if I transpose, it becomes plus 7. Now finally p is equal to 7 divided by 3. So very simple question, right? Next one. So here what is the variable? The variable is n. So first of all we need to transpose those terms other than the variable, right? So what I am going to get? So minus 6n is already present here. So minus 6n is equal to 7 minus 13, because if there is nothing, that means plus is present here. So that plus, if I transpose, it becomes minus. So minus 6n is equal to 7 minus 13 is minus 6. So from this n is equal to minus 6 divided by minus 6. Since both are identical, so they will get cancelled one times. So the value of n is nothing but 1. So the value of n is 1, right? Now let us see two more questions. So here what is the variable? Y. So first of all what we need to do? We need to transpose the term which is other than the variable. So I can write it as 200y is equal to 49 plus 51. Now 200y is equal to 49 plus 51, so which is nothing but 100. So from this y is equal to 100 divided by 200. So 100 into 100, so this is 1 time and this is 2 times. So the value of y is 1 by 2. Next, coming to the next question. So here the variable is 11. So variable is n. So we can't transpose this particular term. So first of all we need to transpose this 1 to the other side. Then what I am going to have? 11n is equal to, already 1 is present on the right hand side. This plus 1 will be transposed as minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So from this what I am going to get? 11n is equal to 0. So n is equal to 0 by 11. So already you have learnt 0 by anything other than 0 is 0. So from this the value of n is 0, right? So likewise we can find out each and every equation. So we can simplify the equations likewise. Now let us see the problems, right? So what we are going to do? So we are going to transpose this minus 9. So this problem is do it yourself. So please try this problem and find out the value of x, right? So write the value of x in the comment box. Okay, now let us see question number 14. Now to solve this particular problem, so this is nothing but the term which is containing the variable. So other than this variable we need to, so other than this term we need to transpose the remaining terms. So what I can do? So 8x is equal to, already 13 is present on the right hand side. So this minus plus 5 by 2, if I transpose, it becomes minus 5 by 2. Now since this is nothing but in mixed fraction form, otherwise you can take LCM of 1 and 2. So what is the LCM of 1 and 2? So LCM of 1 and 2 is nothing but 2. Now whenever the LCM is the product of two terms, then you can directly cross multiply. So what I can do is 13 into 2 minus 1 into 5. See, this is possible only when the product of the denominator numbers is nothing but the LCM, right? So what I can say, 8x is equal to 13 into 2 minus 1 into 5. So what is 13 into 2? It is nothing but 26. 26 minus 5 divided by 2, which is nothing but, it is the value of 8x. Now 26 minus 5 is nothing but 21. So 21 divided by 2. Now 8 into x. So when I transpose this 8, how will it be transposed to the other side? It will be transposed as 1 by 8. Right, now directly multiplying the numerators and the denominators. So 2 8s are 16. So the answer is x is equal to 21 by 16. So whenever you are having a fractional form, so you need to proceed in this particular process. Otherwise there is one more process, so that will be somewhat lengthy by taking LCM and simplifying. So this method is a little better, right? Next, so 4x minus 5 by 3 is equal to 9. So please try this problem by yourself and I will be explaining this particular question. Okay, so Here also what we are going to do, so we need to find out the value of x. Okay, now question number 16. So let us see this. What is given? So x plus 4 by 3 is equal to, so this is nothing but mixed fraction, right? 3 and half. So 3 and half I can write it as 7 by 2. So how we will get 7 by 2? So 3 into 2 is nothing but 6 plus 1, 7 by 2. Now x is equal to, now I need to transpose this 4 by 3 to the other side. So already on the right hand side I have 7 by 2 minus 4 by 3. Now if you observe the denominators, so denominators are different, that means they are unlike fractions. So if you want to apply any arithmetic operation, so I should make the denominators as same, that means I need to make those fractions as like fractions, right? So to make those as like fractions, what I need to do is I need to take the LCM. So LCM of 2 and 3, so since 2 and 3 are prime numbers, so their LCM will be nothing but the product of their numbers. So whenever you are having the denominator as product of the numbers, then what we said, so directly you can cross multiply the terms. So what I am going to get? So 7 into 3 minus 2 into 4. Now what I am going to get? So x is equal to 7 3s are 21 minus 2 4s are 8 whole divided by 6. Now 21 minus 8 is nothing but 13. So 13 divided by 6. So the value of x is 13 divided by 6. So likewise you can solve any linear equation in one variable and you can find out that particular variable, so which is asked to find, right? So likewise whenever wording type of questions are given, that is nothing but word problems, so we need to convert those word problems into equations. So likewise, right? So I hope you have understood this particular part of the chapter, and we will be continuing the next exercise as well as the problems related to them in our next session. So thank you for watching the video. So thank you. Subscribe the channel. If you are not subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel, and please comment if you like the video. Please share with your friends, right? So thank you very much for watching. So thanks.